Good Sunday evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody is well. I just want to apologize for Sarncias last night. He was being very truthful and very blunt of his past experiences in life. I just want to apologize if anybody doesn't want to hear out Sarncias, but I believe we're supposed to hear out whoever has a problem. Doesn't matter if it's spiritual, physical, whether they're on the bad road, they got a drinking problem, a drug problem. The only way we can help somebody out is to hear them out. We can't just push somebody to the side, especially if they're going through something and they need help. Sometimes the help the individuals, how you doing, niece Jennifer, brother Matt, how you doing? Sometimes the help that people needs, they need just somebody to listen, somebody to understand what they're going through, and they have to, just talk to people, and we're supposed to help out one another, by listening and, giving the best advice that we can, but being there for support. We need that's what we need in this world is that kind of support. How you doing, Sister Christina? I remember when I was going through what I was going through, when I lost my mother tragically, through domestic violence. I was I believe 16 years old, possibly 15. I'm thinking, I can't remember how old I was. I was young. All I remember is that when you lose somebody, your whole world just changes, because you can't rewind time to bring that person back to the living. And time keeps on going forward. Time doesn't wait for nobody. So basically what I'm saying is, when we go through things, it makes us who we are right now. I'm more sure that everybody's gone through something that makes them who they are, in which they have some kind of calling, whether they've been blessed to be amongst the living because they shouldn't be here, which a lot of us have that in common. As the Heavenly Father blesses us, so you could say we are children of God, but we're walking amongst earth as miracles, because that's what we are, and those miracles that keep us going is because He's allowing us to live here amongst the living, because He's blessing us to do that, and nobody can take that blessing from us. The unseen forces cannot take the blessing from us, but the only one that can take that blessing from us is ourselves, on what path we travel. That's is upon us. But He's blessing us to be amongst here in the living. You got to think about it this way, that He's got use for us, that He sees spiritual potential, that we are blessed because He's blessing us. So spiritually He knows who we are, in which when He blesses us in that manner, you really got to refocus on a lot of things, of maybe how you were, how you are now, and what you want to do in order to continue the blessing to keep on going. But He blesses us that way because He knows what's within us, within our hearts. If we got a good heart, a bad heart, He knows, and sometimes things happen in the nature for people to change the path that they're on. Things happen for a reason, but it's what we take out of it. We can't blame anybody if something happens to us. Like, for example, me, I had a blood clot that happened to me on my left leg. And many other things while I was in the military, accidents that caused all kinds of illnesses. Doesn't look like I'm sick, but I am. Uh, but I don't dwell in the conditions that I have. I just zone them out and continue to live life, even though doctors tell me don't be doing this, don't be doing that. I ignore all that because to me that's when somebody tells you not to be doing something, it's like it's stopping you from being who you are. And you have if it's a positive thing, for example, going for a walk, working out, you're doing something cardio, something positive, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Uh, Sometimes doctors tell you can do this, can do that, and it prevents you from doing those things. But it's the ultimate decision is upon you, how you want to be, of whether you're going to listen to your doctors or you're going to show them that you can be that miracle, that you can flip things around to the positive. I remember one time I went to a doctor's appointment and they told me, this is what they told me straight up. This has happened in like 2011, 2012. This is what the doctor told me. He told me straight up. He told me, you have 1 year to live. That's what he told me. You have 1 year to live. So I go to the appointment and come out of there like, how is he telling me I got 1 year to live if he didn't check nothing or anything? I guess he checked some my blood work or something, but he's telling me I got 1 year to live. It's like, that's the first time something ever told me something like that. So I said, I'm going to prove this guy wrong. I'm going to prove him that whatever he's telling me, I'm not going to accept it. I ain't going to accept that negativity. I'm going to deflect it, and I'm going to prove him wrong, in which I did. When I went back like a year later to the appointment that I had with his let me see something. Okay. When I went back to the appointment, he's like, I don't know what you did, but it's like, whatever you're doing, keep on doing. It's like you're reversed your aging process, and your health is better now, way better than when I seen you last time. I believe that's all within us. Sometimes when people try to say something negative to you, and if you dwell in the negativity that's being told to you, it can affect you in a bad way. But I believe it's within us to think positive for a positive outcome, and positive things will happen. It's within us. As we're children of the light, we're blessed with a spiritual gift of discernment because we maintain a love foundation. We're able to do things in that manner, whether it's healing ourselves, healing others, blessing others, because we are children of the light, and we have those capabilities. At the same time, we have the capabilities to make ourselves sick. If we're listening to something negative and we allow the conditions that we have to bring us down and not fight it and just give up, well, it's going to bring us down, right? Man, you start saying, oh, I can't do this, I can do that. There's no such word as I can't, because you can. All is possible. It's just you have to do. Bottom line, just got to do it. Got to do something to make yourself feel better. You can't give up in life. Even if it's light weights, you just lift some light weights, do a little routine every day. A little bit. You can use the light weights as cardio. That's going to build you up. Build up your immune system, in which it'll get a lot of things going, so you can heal faster. The reason I'm talking about this, brothers and sisters, is within the balance. Like I told y'all before, I lost my mother. For those that know me about the situation, there's a lot of people from back home, but that's why I just do this on this spiritual encrypted encounters. I witnessed a lot of things, fighting spiritually, where when there's negative things around us, they surface up. They surface up if your head of a household is being bonded. If the mother's being bonded, the father's being bonded, then these unseen forces that are amongst us, they invade. They'll invade your household. You know, and as your kids, you're seeing all these things happening. For example, laughing outside, scratching on the walls, tapping on the walls, pounding on the walls, banging on your doors, something twisting your doorknob, you open, there's nobody there, flying dishes, glass just like if somebody's carrying a piece of glass and it gets dropped, flying spoons, you start seeing apparitions, you start seeing all these things if your head of the household is being bonded, right? Because that's like, if they're being bonded, then that's a free entry for this unseen forces, demonic forces, unseen forces to attack your household, right? Because they are the head of the household. They're in charge of the foundation. So, you know, as your kid, you know, you try to fight back spiritually, you know, with the best ability that you have, you know, which is go into prayer, not try to give into the fear, even though it's so chaotic, so hectic that it's a daily thing, you know, that happens daily, that you can't be afraid of it, you know, and the only thing you can do is stay strong spiritually, place Jesus Christ first to be able to overcome the onslaught. Because that's literally what it is. It's an onslaught because it keeps on coming at you, because those unseen forces that have infiltrated your home, they want full domination of everybody inside the household, right? So somebody's got to make a spiritual stance within their family. If the head of the household is being bonded, somebody's got to make a spiritual stance to protect the rest of the family, right? In which that's what I did. Made a spiritual stance and started fighting spiritually on my own, because we're allowed to do that. We are our own individuals, and we have the spiritual abilities to do that, you know. So I started fighting the unseen forces. I remember as I was fighting the unseen forces back home, where there was this, my mom was always seeing this witch, this bruja. That's what we call them in Spanish. And then one evening, I remember seeing her, and she was standing in our kitchen. She had blonde hair, and she was laughing. And I got up, and I looked straight at her, and I told her to leave. And she's looking at me like, how can you see me? You know, she didn't know that I was spiritually gifted. And I told her to leave now. And I started praying the Our Father. And then she just disappeared, you know, like vanished out of the household. And ever since that day, my mom never witnessed her again, you know. But we know that demons like to take form of people, to think to make the people think that it's a witch. Demons have those capabilities to manifest, to look like individuals. Not just individuals, they can look like animals, they can look like shadows. Within the cryptic community, I know they dislike this. They can look like Bigfoots. They can look like Dogman. Matter of fact, I got a picture. You can see literally like there's a Bigfoot in a face of a Dogman side by side. That I just took a screenshot off my latest video when I went back to Elms Grove, and I'm going to place it out there because they have those capabilities. You know, I know that I'm targeted right now, and there's a lot of people that dislike me bringing up to this table because it takes away against their genre, you know, what they believe in, whether they believe in UFOs, little flying saucers, whether they believe in Bigfoots or shadow people or what do they call them? Other things that they call them, different names, you know, within the cryptic community. I'm just here to tell you that that's a capability of these unseen forces, whether you want to call them the Legion, you want to call it disembodied demonic Nephilim, unclean spirits, whatever. They have those capabilities because I've witnessed it. I lost a family member due to this. That's why I made it my, how should I say, my journey in life to fight the good fight. So I've been fighting the good fight through Jesus Christ since I was young. But when I really went out there to fight the front line spiritually, it was when I was 15 years old, 15, 16, when I lost my mother, because I seen what the unseen forces did. So that's why I fight the good fight. When I talk about people being bonded, there's a lot of people bonded right now that I know within the cryptic community. I know last night, I said a lot of things that was within me, but I had to let it out. I'd rather let it out than keep it in. But that was dealing with Sarncias, which is not an alter ego of me. It's how I used to be when I was in the military. I said a lot of things, but it was straight up, the truth. There's a lot of people right now that are going back and forth with negativity. What you're doing right there, when you're just going back and forth with negativity, playing games, you know what you're doing? You're allowing this unseen forces to enter your foundation, because you're using negativity with negativity. It's not about that. You must say you're defending yourself, but when there's negativity versus negativity, what's there? What likes that? What likes division? What likes people to fight? Because that's what it is. It's fighting, right? It's this unseen forces that I speak of. There's a lot of people right now. There's a lot of podcasters, right, that are being spiritually bonded right now as I speak by this unseen forces. Some of them allow it because that's what they're about. That's what they're dwelling. They're about the witchcraft and the necromancy, the voodoo, because that's what they're about. And then there's some that just fall right into it because they're being played by these individuals. So they fall into it in which they're just going back and forth, arguing back and forth, that you can even make a movie of how pitiful it is, where they're just going back and forth. They make up, and then they go back and forth, make up again, back and forth. It's like, it's crazy, It's nothing but drama. It's kind of like, to me, instead of having that kind of drama, how come you don't fight the good fight? Fight the spiritual balance fight that I'm fighting. I'm trying to awaken my brothers and sisters spiritually. And I've been trying to do it for a while now. But there's people within the communities that are being bonded right now by this unseen forces. And they're allowing it within themselves because they believe in something. For example, they can believe in a fairy, in a pixie. They can believe in aliens, gnomes, elves, dogmen, Bigfoots. They want to believe in the things. Well, guess what can manifest into those things? These demonic forces. They have these capabilities. How you doing, Sister Brittany Garibaldo? How you doing? Sister Brittany, she's been through a lot. I've been on her. She's my good friend Belinda's daughter. And she's been through a lot. She witnessed a lot of things there in Elms Grove. They would go visit me because of what I was going through. And they wanted to go check it out for themselves. So they brought some people, and some of the people that they brought, they had to be carried out of there because they got spiritually attacked there in Elms Grove. But they witnessed the activity there in Elms Grove, brothers and sisters. When I tell people the certain things that are around us, is so they can be aware, to bring awareness to them of what's around us in unseen, in disembodied form, spirit form, for them to know that they have to maintain a love foundation instead of being angry, having vengeance, which all those are spiritual openings for this unseen forces to attack us at a daily basis. Like I said before, yesterday Sarncia said a lot of things, but I'm apologizing for Sarncia for being blunt, but he was just being straight up. Guess he was feeling a certain way. I'm just here to tell you is like we can't afford to be upset or to have bad thoughts in our mind in any kind of way, shape, or form, because all those can be spiritual openings. I'm just here to let you know this. And the unseen forces know this. The people that are coming up against us spiritually at a daily basis, they know this. So do I. You know, people that have the spiritual gift of discernment, so do we know what it's about. You know, it's about protecting our foundation, which is our vessel or body. If we can protect our body, then who's going to protect it for us? Who's going to keep the body in shape to be able to continue to stay somewhat active, like in shape of some sort, and able to do the spiritual works that we do? You know, I personally have to keep my body in shape. That's why I work out, you know. Even though I'm old now, I still work out at a daily basis. I haven't changed one bit. Because if I don't take care of the vessel, then who's going to take care of it, right? That's when people say I can't. I'm here to tell you can. I've worked out through a lot of aches and pains. You know, whether I had a blood clot in my leg, whether I had epilepsy, injuries. I still manage a way to make it happen. Just like I'm doing this live right now, making it happen, you know. I was just going to place pictures, but I said, you know what, let me talk to whoever surfaces up here in the spiritual encrypted and community, because there is a lot of people within the cryptic community that do not like Brother Abe Cias or Sharon Cias, because I take away from what they're trying to believe, you know. I take away from the existence of Bigfoot, the existence of the Dogman, because I bring the spiritual aspect of it. I've witnessed the spiritual aspect of it, and people that have been around me have witnessed the spiritual aspect of it also, you know. So it's kind of like you got to put it on the scale of between good and evil, right? And bring awareness to the people that don't know what these unseen forces are capable of doing. They can mimic people's voices. They can mimic they can manifest to look like somebody that you know. They have many capabilities because of their creators, which was the Watchers. They were part angels. They were angels at one time. They fell down with the 1/3, right? So this DDN, they have those capabilities like the Watchers. If you see some of my videos, show reels that I've placed, you can see them literally just staring, right? Or you look at a picture that I've placed, you can see something just looking at me. Well, they get that from the ones that created them, which was the Watchers. They were placed here on earth to watch over mankind, to just look at mankind, to make sure to watch over mankind. So when you see the pictures that I place of when something's looking at me, well, because the DDN, because they're not in the flesh anymore, they're disembodied demonic form, they still have the habit, should I say, of what created them, the Watchers. And they're here just watching, looking. And they're watching because they know what's within us. They know they know we have a good heart, we have a love foundation, and they also know we have a spiritual opening. For example, anger, hatred, vengeance. We're living in sin, doing something wrong. They know, because they're in spirit form, disembodied. They know what's within us, just like they know what's in my heart, which is a love foundation. They know they're only limited to be able to do certain things because I'm able to tie, bind, and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name and send them away. So they're limited because I don't allow, and I'm not believing in them. I know they exist because it's written, but I don't give them the power over me. I see a lot of people within the cryptic community and spiritual community, supernatural community, paranormal community, that they give these things power through fear. You know, they're like, what should I do? What should I do? Well, the first thing that you should do is, instead of giving it power through fear or through belief, what you should do is take authority right off the bat and tell it to leave your home. You know, that's your home. This is your vessel. So you have the authority to say, you're not welcome in my vessel, in my body, you're not welcome in my home. Leave. And you could say a little prayer, or you could call upon Jesus Christ. Say, I tie, bind, and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Leave. You know, you have that ability to take control of the situation. But like I said, there's a lot of people that have their own agendas, and they're trying to do certain things, you know, trying to reach for the stars, you could say, or hit a home run, you know, because there's so many, how should I say, angles we can look at things, you know, look at things differently. You know, we can look at it in the human way. We can look at it in the scientific way. We can look at the old text ways. But when you have a relationship with Jesus Christ, He shows you the way. He's letting you know what's going on around you at a daily basis. That's by having a relationship with Him. Is the relationship of faith has to have love, right? Belief in Jesus Christ. Because anybody can say, I have faith, but if they don't have love, and they're doing other works, evil works, going against people, negativity, the faith that they have is really being faithless. Because if they're doing evil works, going against people, mocking people, coming up against people in a negative way, they truly do not have true faith, which is false faith, you know, especially when they target the same individuals over and over and over. You know, that's not true faith. You know, somebody that has true faith has the heavenly love. You know, there has to be forgiveness in there for that true faith to happen. There has to be forgiveness, in which when there's forgiveness, there's no more hatred, no more vengeance. And once you cut those negative ties, in which those could be generational curses, because that's what the unseen forces use, then when you sever that, you're able to move on forward with a love foundation, with a relationship, a real relationship through Jesus Christ, in which you're going to feel different. You're going to get spiritually blessed by the Heavenly Father with the spiritual gift of discernment. And you're going to feel a whole different person, because what was holding you back cannot hold you back anymore. The only thing that can happen is you're going to grow spiritually and get awakened. And He's going to bless you at a daily basis accordingly to the obstacles that come your way. Because that's what He does. He blesses us in that nature. But yeah, I know Sister Brittany and her sisters will come and visit me. Guess we used to go there in Elms Grove when everything was happening. They wanted to go ghost hunting. And I would tell them, hey, we can go to this area. But they wanted to go. You know, they're winning some things out there. Especially the shadow figures that were surface up in the park. They will witness that themselves. When I was going through what I was going through, there was a lot of people that were worried, you know, in which I was fighting for my life. But thank God that I forgave. I forgave an individual that I had forgiven. Once I forget that individual, it's like everything, all anything that was holding me back couldn't hold me back anymore. I was able to overcome the trials and tribulations that I was going through. That's why I make these videos, because I'm trying to bring awareness. Doesn't matter who views it. I'm just trying to tell the viewers, our views, that you are somebody. That you are somebody, and the Heavenly Father does see something in you. He wants everybody to awaken to be able to fight the good fight, because it's about not just us, but our next of kin. We have to train them to move on forward into the future, right? So they have to be aware of the things that I'm speaking of. I've told my son, something ever happens to me, you can always look in YouTube, and I'll have a lot of videos there. I mean, speaking a lot of things that I'm sharing my wisdom and knowledge. So he could view the videos so he can help him out, That's why I do these videos. That's why I initially started doing it. The first ones I used to do was a positive spiritualist. I would just do it because I was keeping track, or keeping a track of the things, of the events that were happening around me, to have proof or evidence of what was happening around me, to keep my sanity alive. Because, when you're going through certain things happen, you're like, is it really happening, or is it just my imagination, right? When things happen. So you have to keep a little journal or a little record of the events that are happening to you, for your sanity, Of course, you go into prayer. If certain things are happening that's out of the ordinary, go into prayer. If you know the deliverance prayer, the Our Father, or you can make your own prayer. Call upon Jesus Christ to assist you to whatever you're going through. I know a lot of people do not believe in Jesus Christ, because there's other beliefs out there, and you got people that believe in the Wicca. They're Wiccan. There's people that believe they're pagan. There's people that believe in other things. I'm just here to tell you that a lot of the things that this people believe in, they only want one thing. They want souls. That's all they want. They want your soul. But if our soul continues to live after we lose the vessel, that means that our soul has to go somewhere. There's got to be a final destination for us to go if our soul or spirit is going to continue to live. That's why I believe 100% that we should have we have to practice the love foundation right now as we're here in the living. We have to practice of not allowing negativity in our hearts, deflect that. Because if we practice daily, when it's our time to cross over to go, then our spirit will be able to ascend to its destination, because we've trained it that way. It'll have the love foundation. It will be able to ascend into the kingdom of heaven, because we're trained it that we're not giving the negativity any kind of power to hold us back from our destination. That's their job. Their job is to cause chaos and havoc, for people to believe in other things, and he uses that as sinkers, like hooks. So the people, it deceives them in that manner. So when they cross over, that's holding them back. Those hooks, it's holding them back for the spirit to continue moving forward, because they were believing in things that were not real. And those are the openings it uses to keep a soul here in this realm, right? That's why it's important for us to maintain a love foundation and not give power to these things. Even though they exist, we are greater than that, because they've already fallen. And the ones that we deal here on earth, they're called demons. DD, disembodied demonic Nephilim, uh, they will never make it into heaven because it wasn't created by the Heavenly Father. They were created through sin by the Watchers, so they're not God's creation. So they will not make it into the kingdom of heaven. But us that were created under His image, we have the opportunity to make it into the kingdom of heaven. They don't. So don't let anybody deceive you to make you fall short to make it into the kingdom of heaven. You know, there's people within religion. They say, "Oh, you can do whatever." Just at the end, you know, just say, "Ask God for forgiveness. He's going to forgive you." Well, what people don't understand is somewhere in your life, you have to know within yourself you're on the wrong path. You can't just continue to do wrong, and expect them to forgive you if you say one time that forgive me, but you're not meaning it from your heart because you never had a relationship with them and you've been on the bad road. How do you expect them to forgive you? You don't even have a relationship with them, or you don't even know them. You know, there's a lot of people. They like to take the shortcuts. They think that they can cheat their way into heaven. They can do this, they can do that. He knows. The Heavenly Father knows what's in our heart. He knows every single one of us. He knows us by name. He knows all of us. The only thing I can tell your brothers and sisters, as you maintain your love foundation, you have a personal relationship with Him, He's going to guide you. He's going to guide you what to do. He's going to show you things before they even happen in advance. And then you know that there is a higher power. There's a lot of people that tell me, if Jesus Christ is real, where is He at? And I'll tell them He's busy. He's around us. Well, they'll be like, well, I don't see Him because I don't have a relationship with Him. They don't believe in Him, right? So if they're not believing in Him, how do they expect Him to make their presence known if they're keeping the doors closed, they're keeping the windows shut, and they don't want to have a relationship with Him? Y'all seen it in the Bible where He would send His disciples, servants, or the apostles to homes where they would go eat, and sometimes they would tell them to leave because they didn't believe in Jesus Christ. So they will wipe their feet and move on forward to the next home, right? Well, in that sense of a way, that's how it is, you know. There's some people that are going to believe what you're saying. They're going to have a relationship with the Heavenly Father, and then they're going to change their ways because they see that He exists. And there's others that are going to continue to be spiritually bonded, going to continue to be in that nature because they do not want the change. They don't want to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. They want to continue to believe in what they're believing in. Bigfoots, dogmen, fairies, demons, necromancy, witchcraft, and I could keep on going because that's what they're interested in right now. But everybody can be forgiven by the Heavenly Father because He's a forgiving God. You know, everybody has an opportunity to change their path. You know, it's just upon when they want to change their path. It's never too late to open up your heart and allow Him your heart to change your ways. You know, I've run into people that they know who I am, not because of me. They know who I am because of those before me, but they think that I side on the yang, on the negative side of the balance because of those before me. Those before me, which was people before me, which would be family members before me because they might have been dabbling in something in the past. So they think I'm the same as them. And that's when I say no. If you're talking about Jesus Christ, believing in him, praying to him, then yes, you're right. But if anything else, no, it's not me. I've ran into people that were warlocks that would tell me, you're one of us. And I would say, no, I'm not, because of those before me, right? So I'm until with my Love Foundation, and they will have their little things in the pocket where they're trying to do something. And I will tell them, look, I've seen a lot of people like you come and go in my life, throughout my life. If you have a loved one, I tell them, you have your daughter, your son, a granddaughter, or grandson, please don't do anything. Because I don't want the wrong you're trying to do to me go back to you or to anybody in your family, because I don't accept that. He took his hand out of his pocket and left a little amulet he had in his pocket alone. And that was the last time I ever seen this man. I have a good heart, a good spirit. You know, I try to give people chances. You know, I've run into a lot of people coming at me spiritually. You know, when these people come at me spiritually, he's not like trolls here on Facebook or people that don't dislike me because I'm bringing to the table. The people that are coming up against me, some of them are pure evil, in which when they're coming up against me because they want me to, they want to take me out of this world. So I'll face those individuals in that manner that come up against me because they want me out of this world. And what winds up happening as I fight spiritually, they're not here no more, because what they're trying to dish out to me goes right back to them, because I don't allow it in my heart. So it backfires and it goes back to them 7 times fold. You know, like I said, I don't got anything against anybody of what they believe in. I don't, because that's your choice of what you want to believe in. I'm just being truthful right now of what I've witnessed in my path, in my journey, how the balance works, and how there's certain stipulations within the balance. When you think you're getting some kind of brownie points because you're working on the other side of the balance, and you think that they're giving you some kind of power and all this stuff because of what you're believing in all seriousness, the power that you already have within you is a lot greater than anything that you can worship can offer you. Because, like I said before, we're all children of the light. So, if you think you're making a deal with them of some sort to gain some kind of power, the power is already within you. The power you have, because we're children of the light, is a lot greater than anything that you can praise, worship, that you could do rituals or chants. It's a lot greater than that. They're just deceiving you because they don't want you to cross over. The only thing that they're interested in you is your soul. You know, if you're not fighting for the Heavenly Father, they're making you think that they're giving you something, but in all seriousness, it's within you. You know, the things that you can do spiritually is within you. So they just want for you to make some kind of deal with them. So when it's that time for you to cross over, they collect your soul. That's what they're interested in. That's why they target me and capture all the things that I capture on my short reels, on my videos, all the screenshots that I take. That's what the balance is about. I'm just here to try to awaken y'all to let you know that you're greater than anything that's falling from the heavens. The 1/3 greater, you're greater than that. In that same way, you are somebody. We're all equal. There's nobody greater than nobody. No matter how many accomplishments they say they have and all this stuff, we're all equal. We're all equal under God's eyes. Plain and simple, we're all equal. It's just how we want to be. Do you want to be caught up in the things in this world, the things it had to offer? Or do you want to prepare to fight the unseen war? Or are you ready to prepare to be able to make your love foundation that great that you'll be able to ascend when it's time for your body to go to transition into spirit? Or is your body going to be strong enough to make the journey to where it's got to go? This is why I make these videos. And like I said before, there's a lot of people that believe in little cliques that believe in other things. That's understandable. You know, you've been there 4 or 5 years, 10 years in a group, you know, and somebody comes along and say these things. Well, I've been doing this works since I was very young. 2 years old. I'm 55 years old right now. I've been fighting spiritually all my life. I've seen what's on the other side of the veil, because I see this, how should I say, this disembodied beings, unclean spirits. I'm able to see them and witness them all throughout my life. So I've been fighting this spiritual war for a very long time through Jesus Christ. So I know what I'm talking about. You know, like I said, I'm not here. So I created my own little group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, because I noticed in the paranormal group, they don't like people talking about Jesus Christ. And some of the cryptic community groups, they don't like people talking about Jesus Christ. Aliens, they don't want nobody talking about Jesus Christ. All cryptids, or they don't, that's nothing but pure cryptids. They don't want people talking about Jesus Christ. It's kind of like a lot of people want to leave Jesus Christ out of the picture. Our country doesn't want us to talk about Jesus Christ. They're trying to erase him out of the out of everywhere. Sooner or later, they're going to try to close up all the churches that believe in Jesus Christ, because they don't want our next of kin to know about Jesus Christ. Why would that be? What would that be? This kind of reminds me of Freddy Krueger. Think about it. Let's talk about Freddy Krueger. When the parents had the children heavily medicated because they didn't want them to say the name Freddy. Because if they would talk about Freddy, then he was going to come back again, right? And he was going to attack them. So they did that to protect them. Well, in that nature, it's the opposite. Our government doesn't want our next of kin to know Jesus Christ, because they're playing, or they're, how should I say, affiliated with my enemy. Of what I speak of, the unseen forces, they're affiliated because that's what they worship. That's what they believe in. So they don't want people to know Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is the cure, or should I say, is the Almighty, the Alpha. He's the way. And they want everybody not to know Jesus Christ, because they want everybody to fail for what they believe in, for the souls. You know, that's why they're doing what they're doing. They're not just doing that. We've seen it happen throughout the years. You know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Because of abominations. There's abominations in the United States right now. So don't be surprised, brothers and sisters, by them allowing all this within our country, that certain things are going to be happening within our country that people are not going to be able to understand, because the events that are going to happen in our country is going to be spiritual. That's why I got this group, to prepare my brothers and sisters for what's to come. Because it's happening. It's been happening. When you hear about people jumping off of bridges, jumping off of buildings, getting in the middle of the street, getting run over by a vehicle, people killing people, all that right there, that's the DDN, the unseen forces that I speak of. Legion, whatever you want to call them, demons. That's what they do. Chaos and havoc. Who's allowing it? Our government is. We've seen that happen through the Black Lives Matters movements. Chaos and havoc. So many demons. They were jumping from people to people. People could say, "Oh, they were just mad because it was about their race." No, that was demons jumping from people to people that it can use because they had a hatred in the heart, right? That's how they jump. They have hatred in the heart. So that's how they transfer from one another, and chaos and havoc happens, and people get killed, people get hurt. That's what they do. That's how they work. Through chaos and havoc. They cause division. They cause people. I'm a good guy. I'm a good person. I'm a messenger, sending messages to whoever wants to listen. Right? They want to stop me from sending the messages that I'm sending to y'all. So they come at me in a negative way, using people within the communities or groups to come up against me, to stop doing the spiritual works that I do. I'm just here to tell y'all that I'm going to continue to do my works. Whether people want to throw a fit and pout, they can say whatever they want to say about me. I don't care. All I know is I do have the experience that I say under my belt because of what I've seen, what I've dealt with, and what I've been. You know, I've been in combat also. So I'm highly trained about offense and defense, you know, to protect the vessel. At the same time, I'm highly trained spiritually because I do have a relationship with the Heavenly Father. I'm just here trying to awaken my brother and sister for those that want to listen. But sometimes you have to talk to people straight up, you know, and that's what I do. Like I said, I don't got nothing against nobody. All I'm saying is, can't believe in everything that you're seeing. Even though I captured some pictures, I'm not believing in them. I know that there's something there, but I'm not believing in them because I know that's why they manifest that way, because they want you to believe that you're seeing a Bigfoot. They want you to believe that it's a werewolf, a lycanthrope, a dog man. They want you to believe because that's what they use to come up against you. You know, for those that go investigate and they go out of the woods and they encounter paranormal activity, or they encounter a dog man or a Bigfoot or any other kind of cryptid or any kind of folklore tales, like La Llorona or the Deer Woman, the man with the black cat, dark shadow figures. They want you to believe what you're seeing. So if you start believing what you're seeing, they want to attach themselves to you, right? Which they attach themselves to you, and if you don't take the right protective measures and say, "Hey, nothing's allowed to follow me home," and you don't say that, you know, or say, "I talk about the rebuke of Jesus Christ and they leave me alone," then they're attached to you and they follow you into your home, in which activity starts picking up in your house, and things start happening in your house. And it's because they attach themselves to you and they made it into your household and into your foundation. So it's very important to prepare yourself before, during, and after. You know, I've been saying this for a very long time, since I've been doing this spiritual works. I remember when I joined here with the Positive Spiritualists, where people came up against me, people that I know came up against me, that they were saying, F your Jesus Christ and all this stuff, F you and your Christian beliefs and all this stuff. But now all of a sudden, they're saying the things that I'm saying. But the bigger question is, are they saying it out of true faith? Are they saying it because they do have a relationship with Jesus Christ? Or are you just saying it to say it? You see, that's how people can try to steal stuff from you, right? But that's okay. So long people are listening and they're going to prayer, that's all that matters to me, you know. But it's got to be done in true faith and true belief, because if you go to try to bind and rebuke something and you're on the wrong path, then whatever's there in front of you spiritually is going to spiritually attack you. Especially if you're doing it not out of true faith, it's going to attack you. So you have to be spiritual ready at all times. Let me see how long I've been on here. It's 9:22. I could speak for a little bit more. I don't know who's here with me, but I see a couple of y'all here with me. But yes, I captured a picture when I went to Elms Grove this past week. I went the back way because I guess it got all kinds of rules. So I went the back way, snuck in there. And I really didn't catch too much activity within the park, but I know that there was things around me because I could sense them because my hairs were standing up. It's when I left out of the area going back towards the highway where I witnessed something. I captured something that was behind me. Two faces. And I'm going to post those two pictures. Or the pictures that I captured of something behind me today probably, or maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure. I just want to say thank y'all for y'all that tune in and listen to my videos, whether you listen to here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook, or if you're a subscriber to Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on YouTube. I just want to say thank y'all for at least giving a like, or saying something, Don't be afraid to express what you think. I listen to all kinds of, how should I say, answers, or when somebody talks, I listen to everything, I'm a type of person, if you respond to me, I'll respond back, of what I think, But yes, I just want to say thank you all to all that have been supportive over the years. It's kind of like, I think I've shown a lot of things for people to understand that how important it is to have a love foundation and to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. But I got to continue to do this works. Like I said, as He blesses us to be amongst the living, I got to be obedient and continue to do His works. In saying that, I just want to thank y'all, whoever tuned here tonight, to say thank you to y'all. What I'm going to do, I'm going to ask a question of what people want to talk about. I'm going to make a post, and y'all can comment of things that you want to talk about, and maybe we can make things happen in that nature. Whatever genre you want to talk about. I've experienced a lot of things, especially when I was in the military. I've seen a lot of things, just sometimes you can't say too many things to your chain of command because you got to protect your rank. So if you see something out of the ordinary, sometimes you have to keep it to yourself. Because if you say something, you report something, that means that your chain of command has to report it to higher. That higher's got to report it to another higher. So things can come back down on you in a bad way. So there was times that I would witness things in the military and I would just keep it to myself because I knew that they wouldn't understand. And you might never know. Maybe they do understand. They just they keep it to themselves. When people talk about government conspiracies, I believe there is a lot of that. I witnessed some things within the government to believe that there is government conspiracies. When you witness something, and there's people that come out of nowhere, and you look into the things that you're witnessing, and they tell you can't tell nobody about this, because if you do, we're going to come for you. So I witnessed something when I was a tanker. I never spoken of it, because I was told that if I spoke of it, they would come for me. I witnessed something that's, you could say, in that level of when people talk about UFOs or things in that nature, it's to that level. Maybe one day I will speak of it, of what I witnessed. One day I might, but I don't know. All I know is what I witnessed is something that what I witnessed was some kind of technology that, to me, uh, I can't really speak. It just put it this: it's advanced. I never seen nothing like this, and this is like in '94, like in '94, '95, and I seen something that some technology that I witnessed because of something that happened, an accident that happened, that I know there's advanced when people are seeing UFOs up in the air and stuff like that. I don't think if our technology is that advanced, all I can tell you is this: that it's probably our government with this advanced technology. When people are seeing UFOs or pyramid-like crafts, is our government that has this equipment that they're utilizing. That's one thing about the government that people don't understand is, yeah, we have vehicles right now in the army and stuff, but they always have that advanced technology, that they're constantly training on, that they haven't brought it up because it's still in training. So I'm more than sure, if I witnessed what I witnessed in '94, I'm more than sure that they had even advanced technology back in the '60s. This technology that I'm talking about. But that could be another story for another time. But anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. God bless y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed evening. And always remember to tell your loved ones I love you. And, give them a hug. Show them the signs of love. Because that's an awesome feeling. To be loved and to love somebody, it's an awesome feeling. Everybody have a beautiful, blessed night. Thank you for tuning in. God bless. Peace.